All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Saturday morning read. I'm excited to be here with you. My name is Gerald W. Parker. I'll be your host for this session simply because today we introduce Get Excited or Stay Broke Forever. Listen, send out those last minute texts, make those last minute phone calls. Let's get as many people involved in this as possible. This is mindset. This is more than just a reading club. I mean, we've got a lot to be excited about with our collaboration with MWR. I'm excited to be here with you this morning, changing locations. So I hope this is working out well. Fernando, give me thumbs up if you got me good and can see me. How far we'll go today, I don't know, but we'll start with the acknowledgments, move on to chapter one. Let's see how far we get. I'm sure there's going to be a lively discussion as we go through, and that I'm excited about as well. So we'll give it another minute or so, get more people plugged in. It's 9:31. We'll give it 2 more minutes, maybe three. 9:35. How about that? And we'll see how many more people we can get involved. I see folks coming in that we need to admit. Miss Lovey, welcome to the platform. Monifa Bartley, always a pleasure. Ron Samuel, welcome to North Carolina, my friend. We're glad to have you. Welcome home. The prodigal son has come home. So we're excited, my friend. Thank you so much, Fernando, Martha, all that you do to make all of these things happen. Guys, I'm just honored, and I want to say thank you to all of you for supporting this effort in the book itself, the encouragement, the belief in me that you've had over this time that we've been together as partners in MWR. This has been a desire for some time, 7 years in the making. I think I told someone the other day, and this is where my head is. This is where my heart is. God has given me the ability to put these words in writing. I have to thank so many people that, again, have encouraged me along the way and allowed me to get this far. So we're going to share these writings with you today. We're going to dive into it. It's a short read. If you haven't already gotten the book, please get it. It's not going to take you all day to read. And one of the reasons that we wanted the book to be a short read, simply because my personal experience, I've got a ton of books. And I've probably finished most of them, but there are many of them that I have not finished because it was just such a long read. So, purposely, we've set this up this way so that you could get through it very quickly. A Sunday afternoon, you can knock this out. Early morning Saturday, you've got nothing else to do. Start the book and finish the book. And I pray that it will inspire you and motivate you in some way and help you kind of dig a little deeper to understand, who we are and whose we are and the ability that we all possess because we have it. We have what it takes. He's already given it to us. So thank you, Monifa. She's got hers. All right, good deal, guys. Fernando, 9:33. 2 more minutes, guys, and we're going to start. I see a few more people coming in. This is the introduction of Get Excited or Stay Broke Forever. Something that, a mantra, I guess, that I picked up 20 plus years ago and have sort of lived by it. And there's so much, again, to be excited about. First of all, life itself. The fact that you woke up this morning, that didn't happen on its own. Your creator has decided to give you and me another chance today to do the things that he's called us to do. We have purpose, no question about it. It resides within us, and we've just got to activate it. And all the other pieces begin to come together. And that's why I'm so excited about this reading club that we've been doing for several years now, actually. And we continue, and it continues to grow. So we're excited. My good friend and business partner, Mr. Fernando Ramirez out of Southern California, and his lovely wife, Martha, who has always been helpful in putting all these things together. Good morning, my friend. How you doing?
Outstanding, Dr. G.W. Parker. I'm ready. I am here, ears open, open eyes, and ready to absorb this incredible introduction of your book. So all set. Here you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, I
All
I got
right,
it right
so
here.
let's do it, sir. And for those of you who have the paperback edition, we're going to start again with the acknowledgement. So once again, the title of the book is called "Get Excited, Let's Stay Broke Forever." The author is me, so thank God for that. But we celebrate you all for sharing this opportunity with me to be a part of this and share these words that have been written. And we're going to have some lively discussion as we go through. But again, we start with the acknowledgement. This book is dedicated to everyone who has ever felt overlooked. How many of us have ever felt that way? Or even underestimated or pressed for time? That's kind of where I find myself, right? May it ignite your inner fire and serve as a powerful reminder that it's never too late to achieve power, focus, and a vibrant life. I believe that with everything in me. Now, I extend my deepest gratitude to the exceptional men whose mentorship profoundly impacted my life and inspired these words. Started with my good friend and business partner, Mr. Fernando Ramirez, gentleman by the name of Zeke Stewart. You all know Brian House, my good friend Stephen Johnson, my good friend out of Greeley, Colorado, Mr. Randy Christensen, a gentleman by the name of Steve Schultz, Andre Vaughn, and you know our partner in MWR, Mr. Donald Tolson, as well as Bishop Charles Dingle, Bill Andreoli, Bishop Ernest Sutton, Mr. Mike Randolph, VP of MWR, my good friend Reuben Young, Edward Simmons, Emilio Jean Lewis, as well as Pastor David Small, and yes, Mr. Brian B. So we thank you and we say stay excited and stay dangerous because you can't be stopped. So we're on chapter one, guys, and the chapter is discipline. And we know that discipline equals freedom. All right, we start our reading on page one. We've been lied to. For too long, we've been sold a story that discipline is a prison, a rigid, joyless cage where fun goes to die. We see the person who wakes up early, hits the gym, and sticks to their budget as a robot, a boring sacrifice to a life that aren't truly enjoyable. We chase fleeting moments of freedom in a life of ease, comfort, and convenience, and we wonder why we end up feeling stuck, unmotivated, and broke. That's the illusion. Real freedom is not the absence of structure. It's the mastery of it. Think about that. I'll read that again. Real freedom is not the absence of structure, it's the mastery of it. Think about it. Is the undisciplined person free? Give thought to that. The only one who has no control over their money, their time, and their health. They are a slave for every impulse, every distraction, and every fear. They are not free to pursue their dreams because they are too busy putting out fires and reacting to the chaos of life lived by chance. They are a prisoner in their own life, shackled by their own lack of ownership. That's pretty strong right there. Now, consider the disciplined person. They have the freedom to say no to a night of pointless scrolling because we go to page two. All right. They are committed to building something. They have the freedom to walk away from a draining conversation because they know their energy is valuable. They have the freedom to take a risk in their career because they have built a financial structure, a fortress, I'm sorry. For their freedom was granted and it was earned. Think about that. It wasn't granted, but it was earned. It's the direct result of 1,000 small conscious decisions. Every time you choose to do the hard thing instead of the easy one, you don't just build a habit, you broke a chain. Powerful. Discipline is the engine of your liberation. I want to say that again. If you're taking notes, write that one down. Discipline is the engine of your liberation. It's the ability to act in your own best interest, even when you don't feel like it. It's choosing your long-term vision over your short-term impulse. This isn't about punishment, it's about purpose. See, there's a different level of commitment that's going to be required for us to achieve the goals that we've set for ourselves. And that's what separates those who are successful and many of those who are not. All right. The world wants you to be a victim of your circumstances. They want you to believe that success is a lottery ticket, a lucky break, or a miracle you're waiting for. But radical ownership is your way out. The miracle isn't coming for you. The miracle is you. I'll say that again. The miracle isn't coming for you. The miracle is you. Your discipline is the proof. You are not waiting on a miracle. The miracle is you. Own it. From this day forward, stop seeing discipline as a tax on your joy. See it as the ultimate act of self-love. It's a commitment to your future self that you will no longer tolerate mediocrity. It's the decision to build, to lead, and to dominate. The question isn't whether you have the discipline to be free. The question is, can you afford to stay a prisoner? You cannot build a life that pays you back without a routine that supports it. In the next chapter, we will build the foundation for that routine and begin to stack your wins, a small act of ownership at a time, one small act of ownership at a time. Fernando, that concludes chapter one. We'll stop there, get engaged with some conversation maybe. Guys, you have the ability to unmute yourself and even open your camera. But before we go to chapter two, your thoughts on the reading from chapter one.
Wow, I'm
Discipline
inspired to know
equals
that,
freedom.
yes, Dr. G.W. Parker, real freedom comes from discipline. And you're absolutely right. I think, see, life is about taking chances. And the minute that we realize that we have a reason why we do something, we commit to it and we transform from things that are not working in our lives to the things that do work in our lives. And that's the proof of something that when you do identify the reason why you are here, you stick to your guns, no matter what's going to happen, what comes your way, especially when you surround yourself with other like-minded individuals that have the same kind of discipline and desires. Things flow, okay, and things are overcome at a much easier level. Doing it alone, it's a hard thing to do. But when you find a community like this with like-minded individuals, I think your discipline it really connects with the discipline of others. And if you don't have one, you'll be taught one. And being here today, it's what I'm learning. Every Saturday that we come here together in a reading club, implementing these incredible principles, showing up, it's discipline. You're standing away from things that you traditionally do to become a part of this incredible reading club. So that's these are some of the highlights that I'm taking with me.
No, 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 thank you. I mean, I thank you, Fernando. No question for your input. But here's the thing: we talk about, and you just mentioned it, discipline, right? And this is where most people fall off because we don't have the discipline to kind of see these things through. But you mentioned something that was so important that we need to surround ourselves with individuals who believe, who dream, who are pushing toward a greater calling in their life. You want to be around those kinds of people, and that helps strengthen you and give you the discipline to do whatever it is you've been called to do. Because again, we've all got it in us, but the separation is those who make the commitment, doing the things necessary. I think God said, if you want to have what most people don't have, then you've got to be willing to do what most people won't do. And that's the separation right there. But it does require a great deal of discipline. Even like going to the gym, working out, getting yourself in the best shape possible. We're getting ready to get into a new year, 2026. A lot of people will make that New Year resolution. I read a study once that many people that New Year's resolution that they were going to get in better shape. And they committed to that. And they went to the gym for about 2 weeks in January and then they gave up on it. So the ability to see it through, the discipline. So they never got the results. And life is no different. You'll never achieve what you set out to achieve. Monifa, good morning, ma'am. Go ahead with your comment.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Splendid commentaries thus far. In addition to what you and Mr. Fernando had just said, I looked at it from like a different angle. Um, what you put in, your input is what you get out. If you're
Mm,
surrounded by people who are inputting to you things that are undisciplined, all over the place, not structured to one set goal, you're going to be the sixth, but not the fifth, but the sixth unstructured, undisciplined person. Good morning.
Morning.
Undisciplined person. However, the outputs all has to be of discipline if you are around disciplined people. If it making sense what I'm saying. I'm enjoying this first chapter thus far. Can't wait to hear more. Got to get back to work.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. As she does her duties as a U.S. postal person, she's with us every single morning without fail. Fernando, that now you want as an example of discipline, someone who's committed. This young lady that we just heard from is just that. You're a great example, Monifa. Thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you.
Anybody?
You could mute me back and close my camera for me.
Okay, good deal.
Thank you.
Anyone else? And then I see Jameson Rowe with us this morning. Anybody else before we move on to chapter 2? Any comments thus far?
Dr. Parker, congratulations on your book. I celebrate it. In fact, I want to show you something really quick.
Okay.
Um,
Good to see you,
this
Eric.
is the book,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And you see it's got post-it notes throughout the book already. I guess you can't really see it. You can see that the pages are dog-eared. I read this. I read it twice and made notes in it. And so I encourage people to use this book because you can just, you keep it and then come back to it in 6 months or a year. But the quote that you were just saying, I have it every morning on my desk. And it says, live a few years of your life like most people won't, so you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't.
Wow.
And that's the message, that you've got. And, and that opening chapter, short and sweet. Discipline is power. Discipline is freedom. And those people that usually say that those people are robots are because they don't have discipline, because they don't have a system. And real freedom is not the absence of structure, it's the mastery of it. I wrote it down. That's a writer downer. So thank you very much. Enjoying the book. And how good is it to have the author of the book read it for you?
Eric, thank you, man. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. And thank you for the push, to help me get this done. I love you, brother. I tell you what, this goes beyond business. This is personal. The relationship we're building will last a lifetime, I'm convinced. And God willing, my friend, I'll see you soon because it's getting a little too cold here in North Carolina for me. I'm coming down. Good deal. Guys, anybody else before we go to chapter two? Eric, thanks again, though, sir.
I've heard
Dr. G,
Go
Dr.
ahead, Ron
GW,
Copeland.
oh, sorry about that. Go ahead, Ron.
I'm a little bit hoarse. I personally love the word discipline. It's a powerful word, and if you don't have it, you're in chaos. Now, chaos isn't bad at times, but if you have anything that you want or some goal or something you want to create or you said anything to your family that you're going to do, then the only way there is to create some form of a disciplined action that reoccurs to get you there. So I love that word discipline. The other thing I really liked in this chapter was you are the miracle. Well, I never really thought about that I am the miracle of my own life. So that's a good one. Thank you, Dr. Parker. And I love the cover of your book.
All right, Ron Copeland, thank you so much. And you're absolutely right. We are the miracle, no question about it. And I think we sort of maybe not fully understand that, who we are, whose we are, and what we're capable of. We've been given this incredible gift of life with the tools and abilities to do incredible things. All we've got to do is begin to move forward and watch it all unfold before our eyes because I'm convinced that we've got a purpose, a reason for being here. Fernando, you wanted to jump in before we went to the next chapter. Go ahead, sir. Thank you, Ron.
Great hearing you, Ron. I'm confident you're doing much better. I know you were going through some health issues. We've been praying for you, my friend. Dr. GW, I just wanted to share the screen real quick here before we move on to the second chapter. Real
Yeah.
quick.
Yes,
Chat
please.
GPT.
Okay.
All right. So we're talking about discipline, right? And Dr. GW Parker, you always example that for us. And having it put on a book, knowing exactly what you have been through, the things that you learned to overcome. We see how you have separated yourself from so many people that, that think once you reach a certain age, like you always mentioned, you were 55, living paycheck to paycheck, and you still made the decision to grab the bull by the horns. This is exactly what happens, and this is what I found here at ChatGPT. 80% of the people quit in the first 30 days from starting a New Year's resolution. And a total of 91% of the people quit by the time it's like February or March. Only 9% of the people commit to their goals. So I want everybody to think about where we're at right now. It's almost the end of the year. And I remember when I went into business for myself, it was in January. I was praying for an opportunity, and the person that was running the event that day shared his story, how successful he was, and he asked the question. He goes, "How many of you think are going to become regional vice president with this company?" And we were about 200 of us. And I kid you not, everybody said, "I want to be a regional vice president. I want to have your lifestyle." He goes, "I'm going to have to be truthful to you. Only two of you are going to make it."
Wow.
And I felt a slap in my face. I said, "Wait a minute, he's not talking to me." And he was so right about that because it took me 5 years to become one. And everyone that was in that room, there was another lady that was there. She ended up becoming one too. So it's all about discipline, Dr. G.W. Parker.
I mean, out of all those people in the room, Fernando, only two of you made it to the other side because your commitment and level of commitment was greater than everyone else. Guys, it is just that simple. I think we complicate it. It's not about talent or education None of that. It's all measured by your heart, your willingness to dig in and to go get it. Set the goal, keep your eye on the prize, and you move forward. No matter the distractions, no matter what happens along the way, and we're going to get knocked down. This is life, but we have to get back up and keep pushing forward. Thank you, sir, for your input there. Jameson Rowe, formerly of Ohio, currently of Houston, Texas. Welcome, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. It's an amazing book. I can only imagine what we're going to uncover in the future, in the near future. Dr. Parker, one of the things that I think you and I and some of the other leaders in our organization that we align with have experiences called the U.S. military in
Yep.
some form or fashion, or even as a military family member. Everyone has to achieve a certain level of discipline, especially when you go into basic training. They kind of like take a bunch of group of people from all over the world or nation, excuse me, and we have to align to one mission, whatever our
Right.
mission might be, depending upon the service. And it takes that discipline that might be have to be drilled into you to, in other words, to focus on the mission of what you're trying to achieve and
That's awesome,
and
sir.
and the mission of the actual, it could be the micro mission, the small term vision, and the mission, and also the global vision, and that commitment it takes, because once you're in, you're in. You're not going anywhere. And they've got your attention, and you have a choice to either commit or not to commit. And it's I like this book called um The Richest Man in Babylon. Like, there's some that just completely go in, some police that try to just get by, and there's some people that completely try to reject it, and you ultimately pay the price on all matters, meaning that you are either successful or not successful. But the key, like with discipline in the military, is you either join in it and you love it, or you just kind of survive it. And I really appreciate how you bring that discipline into what you did here with making this book, and throughout your life, and throughout all your service to everyone around you, and how you help commit to, you are a shining example of that commitment and that dedication and discipline towards your vision. And thank you very much for showing the way. Thank you.
No, no, thank you, Jameson. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for the words of encouragement. But you mentioned something. I mean, in the military, the level of discipline required to kind of get through. When you say having it drilled into you, and I guess that's why they call them drill instructors. But I clearly remember Marine Corps boot camp, and I mean a ragtag batch of young men from all walks of life, all over the country, brought into one setting. And honestly, the most fascinating thing I've ever seen was how sharp we were as a unit coming out of those 8 or 9 weeks of boot camp. I mean, we went in undisciplined, unstructured, had no sense of direction, and they shaped us, man, and turned us into a machine. And you've been through the military, so you understand it. But that was to me fascinating. It was one band, one sound. We were all on the same page. We had one mission. We moved like we were one. It was pretty impressive to see. But all of those young men came out stronger. All of them came out better. And along the way, there were many who didn't make it, who didn't have the discipline to fight through the challenges. That those guys put in front of us. But it was all by design. And I remember the gentleman that recruited me, Gunny Larry Burton. I'll never forget him. Prior to me going to boot camp, he said, there's one thing I want you to keep in mind as you go through this process. He says it's all in your head, right? And I didn't fully understand what he was saying, but when I got there, I realized it was all in my head. So I had to have the right perception about what was going on. There was no intent of hurting me. That the whole idea of the entire boot camp was to make me better, to make me stronger. And I came out of there, man, feeling 10 feet tall, bulletproof, strong as thunder. That experience changed my life in a major way. Anyone else before we go to chapter two? I'm excited about this, man. Just to talk about it, and to be around like-minded individuals who see it and understand it. who, and all of you have a book in you, and I encourage you to put those experiences on paper and share your story and allow other people to benefit from your experience. Tell the story. I mean, you've got one in you. I know you do. I had a guy say to me, well, it really wasn't a big deal to him that I had accomplished this and wrote the book, but I had to ask him, Fernando, what have you done? Absolutely nothing. So this was the first one. The second one will be better, and the third one could possibly even be better than that. So, but I got started, right? You've got to start somewhere. Just start moving towards something. And none of these things will be perfect, but at least you have created some activity. And we talk about an MWR all the time. Money making activities. You got to be doing some things that gets you closer. But one of the most fascinating things, again, Fernando, about this is that as you begin to have the book published and sales are happening, right? It creates for you a residual income, because every time the book, I remember getting notification from Amazon that my first royalty check was on the way. I was like, what? And I honestly had forgotten all about it because the thing pays out every quarter based on sales that take place during that 3 month period. But I'd say this is pretty cool. So now we just keep pushing forward. I'm excited about, the experience here allows me to, you know, have a clear direction about the next one, how to actually go about it, how it can be even more impactful. But I say do it, guys. Do it. Many of you have wanted to do it, but you've not moved on it. Now would be the time. So, chapter 2, Fernando, are we good to go?
Oh, oh
Hey,
yes, let's
last
go.
last note, Dr. Parker.
Yes, sir, Eric.
I yesterday in reading another book which happened to touch on the same subject, it's how important how discipline is not optional. How many people make plans every day, and then at the end of the day you go like, where did my plans go?
Wow.
And the quote that I got from that book was, plans without discipline are just good intentions.
Mm. Wow.
You know what? And as you say, that's a writer downer. Fernando, take some notes on that one. But God, Eric, say that again if you would, please.
I just put it in the chat. Plans without discipline are just good intentions.
Wow. And think about it, man. I mean, think about creating the level of discipline that propels your life to a totally different level. And until we master that and stop dreading it and make the necessary commitment, we'll never get to the life that we desire, the life that we deserve. It's there for us, but are we willing to fight through to get to the other side? I, for one, I am. Whatever it takes, whatever it takes. We just keep moving. We just keep. I meet people that have known me all my life, and they say, "Well, he's still at it, right, Fernando? He's still at it. That Gerald's still excited. He's chasing the dream. He's trying to, make these things happen, and I won't quit ever because I know that there's something great on the other side. But and in the process, you have an opportunity to be an example, to impact the lives of others as you go through. So this is good stuff.
Now,
So
Dr. GW,
go ahead,
real
sir.
quick though. See, the title that you selected for the book, Get Excited or Stay Broke Forever, if people don't get to understand exactly what it means, I think in order for you to sustain excitement, you got to back it up with extreme, excessive discipline
Mm,
because you're in a roller coaster. We all go through the hurts, we all go through the pain, the difficult times. So when things become difficult and your level of excitement goes away, you got to stick to your discipline. You got to stick to your plan, to your game of action, because that will get you right back to where you want to be,
yeah.
excited. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're absolutely right, sir. And just to take it a step further, when we talk about, many people have known me to be in the financial service arena for years, right? So when they read the title of the book, Get Excited or Stay Broke Forever, they automatically assume when I talk about being broke, it's financial, it's money, but not necessarily. People are broken emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically. There are many areas of brokenness, right? So I'm saying now we have an opportunity to kind of pick those pieces up and put our lives back together and pursue that passion, that thing that drives you, whatever it is. But think about, I think everybody on this platform today has a clear vision about how they want their life to be, right? The impact that they want their lives to have. What happens when we pass away and you've never realized that dream? You've never seen that thing become real. And we can only blame ourselves. It's our faults. I mean, regardless of circumstances, regardless of setbacks, you've got to continue to push through. So fulfill the mission. Finish the work, man. It's here for us. And I'm committed to finishing it, Fernando, whatever it takes. I'm going down swinging every single day of the week that God gives me breath. I'm doing this, whatever it takes. I'm going to make it
I'll be
happen.
behind you. We'll be back to back swinging.
I
We got
love it.
Lynn here. Lynn has her hand raised.
Go ahead, Miss Gibbs. Good to see you this morning.
Good morning, family. Likewise. I think if we just take a second to celebrate small successes, we'll see
Mm,
that whatever task is on hand, whatever commitment that it takes, if we can celebrate the smallest of tasks, we'll be more encouraged to go further. Because sometimes when the mission is too great, we feel defeated. But if we just stop and celebrate the small successes, we'll be encouraged to go ahead and finish the task, as you said, Mr. Parker. So, love your family.
and we love you, and
Lynn.
that is an excellent point right there. And in the book, we talk about stacking your wins, right? And small or large, but celebrate that success. And Lynn, you make a great point, and I think that's what we fail to do because we see the prize, we have our eye on the prize, but we don't feel the need to celebrate until we achieve it. But there's steps along the way that you're taking to get there, and you should celebrate each one of those wins. So stack them, count them, celebrate them. I think I read a book once where the guy says, as you achieve even the smallest victory, whatever it might be along the way of you getting toward your goal, celebrate it.
Yes.
Also, do something for yourself. Buy yourself a gift if you've achieved that goal, large or small, doesn't matter. But learn to celebrate those things, and then we move on to the next one. Ron Copeland, I think we got you one more time.
Yes, you do. The get excited to stay broke forever. You just added a whole nother dimension to it when you said broke isn't just always about money. It's about the human also. You're broke emotionally because you've been put down. You're broke because you don't have money. You're broke because you think you don't have an education. Your whole concept of who you are in this world. So, boy, was that an eye opener for me. Thank you.
God bless you, sir. Fernando, yeah, I mean, you see what these conversations begin to ignite in thought. It provokes thought. It makes us really think about, and as I read it and as I share this conversation with you guys today, I'm more excited, more motivated, and I want to create the necessary discipline to be able to finish the work that has been put before me. So,
To GW, one last thing. I know
yeah,
everybody. See, your first
no, go
chapter,
ahead,
man,
man.
is killing it.
We got
Well,
time.
keep in mind, everybody, the word broke is temporary. The
Mm,
word poor is permanent.
mm,
See, broke, it's a broken refrigerator, a broken automobile, a broken thinking, right? So it's broken. That means we can fix it. We can put it together. But if you go to places in countries where people live poor, there's no way for them to say, I got an opportunity in front of me where I can run with it. They do whatever they can just to survive. That's the
wow.
difference between broke and poor. I like that. It just came out in my head. I was like thinking, what's the difference between poor and broke? Broke is temporary.
There you go, man. And we walk away this morning with a great deal of notes. You guys are dropping nuggets. Cassandra Wooten, go ahead, man.
Good morning, everybody. I was a little late getting on, but I just want to say I am so proud of you, Dr. Parker. When I met you, it was like you had a mission and you succeeded with that mission. And God has just been blessing and blessing you all throughout these years. And you was determined to not be broke and to keep going. You pour into our souls, you pour into our lives, and with your energy is unbelievable. So I am so proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Cause I mean, it's like everybody up here is saying, we have a mission to succeed. And God give us that pen. He said, write it down, make it plain.
Hmm.
And every day I write it down. Every day I'm encouraged. I have to encourage myself, even when I don't feel like it, even when there's there's a purpose in this life,
Yes.
in this world. We all have purposes to
Yes.
help people. And I'm determined to keep going. Thank you, Dr. Parker.
No, thank you, Cassandra, and thanks, Slim, for your support, your encouragement. You guys are like family to me, and I love you so much. And none of this is possible without any of you. But you said some things that were quite profound, that we have to continue to push through and to get to the other side because we do all have it in us. There's no question about it. Manifa, hey, you had your hand up. We got you back again. How you doing, man? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Yes. This is such a great conversation, and it's like you said, it's unctioning our minds to really think. And I thought about everybody. Just think about this for 1 second. What's your why? Why are you doing what you're doing? And does it really mean that much to you to achieve it?
Woo.
And second part to that is how do you think you're going to get there? Is it being disciplined or undisciplined? So if you want it, if you want to achieve it, gotta be disciplined. So proud of you, Dr. Parker. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this.
Oh, thank you. You're stepping on toes this morning.
It's that beginning date and that end date. Your dash, you're fulfilling that dash. Don't go to your end date full. Go to it empty.
Wow. I love it. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
Hey,
yes.
as Manifa said, how bad do we want it? What are we willing to do? Because at the end of the day, that achievement, that accomplishment, changes not only your life, but the lives of so many people. You've seen the impact that it can have. So I say, tap into that thing that burns deep inside of you and start running toward that. All the other pieces will come together. You'll find the right people. The opportunities doors will open for you, but you just got to have the belief and the willingness to fight through. Fernando, if we're good, is Ron up again before we go to chapter 2?
Yes, I am.
My man, Mr. Copeland, glad to see you so engaged this morning. And as Fernando says, we're praying for you. And it's good to see that you're feeling some better this morning.
I am, and I appreciate the prayers. You titled it very well because there's so much underneath the word, and each person has a different definition of that word or some flavor of it that others don't have. When you get excited about something, that means you're willing to move forward. If you don't get excited about it, let's say you're depressed or you've given up, well, that means you're not going anywhere. So when you take the excitement, now you can move forward. And until you get the excitement in your body and your mind, you just sit back and watch TV or sit back and do nothing. But excitement gives you the ability to create what you can see in your mind and your heart. So good word to start your title off with.
I like that too. And here's what I've noticed, Ron. Excitement is contagious. You can't be around an excited person and not get excited.
That's right.
It's amazing. It rubs off. It absolutely rubs off. In my passing of some people just yesterday, and just going about my way, and I think I was at the store, and I said to the clerk, "Yeah, you're doing a fine job," and just that word of encouragement. But I said it with a level of enthusiasm. And I remember the other day I stopped to get gas, and many people pay at the pump, Fernando. They don't want to interact with other people, and I get that for convenience purposes. I've never liked that. I want to go into the store. I want to greet the clerk. I want to put my card in their hand and do the transaction or whatever. Introduce myself in many cases. But I walked in, and the lady at the counter, I said, good afternoon. How you doing? And she said, I'm doing good. She said, how about you? I said, if it gets any better, Fernando, I won't be able to stand it. I told her I'm planting daisies, everything's coming up roses. She lit up. She was like, what in the world? I was like, life is good. I told her, I said, you know what's amazing today? And I was having an incredible day. I said, everything I'm touching turns to gold. And so she stuck her hand out for me to touch her. And I touched her hand and she lit right up. I was like, but I left her in a better state than I found her. And I don't know what her dreams were or what her life desires are, if she was totally happy doing what she was doing. But my level of excitement somehow encouraged her. But I was excited, and we've got so much to be excited about. Like we mentioned earlier, just waking up this morning. But again, so let's move forward and talk about how we build a routine, a strong routine. So we go to chapter 2, guys. All right, you read the last chapter, you got excited, you agreed that discipline is the path to freedom, all right, not the opposite. Now what? Here's where it comes to. We're gonna, where the metal hit, I mean yeah, the rubber hits the road. You can't just stand there, all right, staring at your mountain of goals. You need a map. That map is your routine. Most people see a routine as a leash, a boring, repetitive act that kills creativity and spontaneity. They want to wing it every day, and they get to the end of the day exhausted, having accomplished nothing of substance. They are a victim of decision fatigue, right? Every small choice, you heard Lynn Gibbs talk about it, from what to eat from for breakfast to what to work on first, drains your mental energy. They live in a state of reaction, not action. A strong routine is not a leash, all right? It's a launch pad. Think about that. It's a launch pad. It is the strategy. I'm sorry, it is the strategic framework that automates the small decisions so you can save your energy for the big ones. A solid routine is your daily declaration that you are in control. I'll read that again. A solid routine is your daily declaration that you are in control. It's the blueprint for building a life that pays you back, not just in money, but in purpose and in power. I'll read that again. It's the blueprint for building a life that pays you back, not just in money, but in purpose and power. Think about the most successful people you know. They don't wing it, they have a system. We talk about it with MWR, a system. They own their mornings. They know exactly what they're going to do. Hang on a minute. Let's go to the next page. They know exactly what they're going to be doing and why they are doing it. Think about that. I mean, structure, discipline in the morning, knowing exactly what your day is going to. And I spend my evenings preparing for the next day. I know the first call I'm going to make. I know the first action I'll take that morning. All of that is structured and it's helped me greatly, right? So let's keep reading. All right. They have turned discipline from a conscious effort into an unconscious habit. Your routine is your greatest weapon against chaos. Wow. Someone mentioned chaos earlier. Your routine is your greatest weapon against chaos. It's a series of small, intentional victories that build an unstoppable momentum. It's the daily work that makes you undeniable. Woo! This is good stuff. We go into the 4 pillars of a blueprint, of a bulletproof routine. You've often heard me say it, 10 feet tall, bulletproof, strong as thunder. These are the 4 pillars of a bulletproof routine. Your routine doesn't have to be perfect, but it must be purposeful. All right. Here are the 4 pillars you must master. One, own your morning, the ultimate power play. I like that. This is most critical part of your day. All right. This is the most crucial part of your day. The person who wins the morning almost always wins the day. This isn't just about waking up early. It's about what you do in the first hour. It's about getting up without hitting snooze, moving your body, and planning your top 3 priorities before the world has a chance to invade your focus. You are not just waking up, you are taking possession of your day. Now, I like that one, Fernando. We're taking possession of our day. All right. This is sacred time. Before emails and texts start flying, is your window to get ahead. You can use it to read, to meditate, to visualize your success, or to simply enjoy the quiet. The point is, you are a leader and a leader starts their day on their terms, not on someone else's. Wow. All right, let's go to strategy two. All right, strategic work blocks, the engine of progress. You can't just be busy, you have to be productive. A strong routine includes dictate dedicated blocks of deep work where you focus on one mission or project with zero distractions for 60 to 90 minutes. This is where real progress is made. This is where you get ahead of the competition. This is where you build. A lot of people fall into a trap of multitasking, but all they are doing is half effort on multiple fronts. High performance is about focus. It's about building a fortress of concentration so you can complete the task you've been avoiding to get a powerful win. Number three, fuel your mind and body, the non-negotiable foundation. You cannot operate at a high level if you are running on empty. A routine includes intentional time for feeding your mind, i.e., reading 5 to 10 pages of a self-growth book, and fueling your body, tracking what you eat, and moving your body. Your health and your wealth are not separate. Whew, we got to say that again. It's all linked together. You must treat your body and your mind like a high performance machine, like the high performance machine that they are. When you show up for your body, you are showing up for your goals. Wow, that's strong right there. Number four, the end of day audit, the loop of improvement. Your routine isn't complete until you review your performance. Before you shut down your screens at least 30 minutes before bed, take a few minutes to reflect. What did you do well? Where did you slip? What is the game plan for tomorrow? This is how you learn from your mistakes and start the next day with a plan, not a prayer. You are not just living, you are building a system for success. Don't ever complicate this. Start small. The short daily discipline checklist we've included in this book is your starting point. It's a simple, powerful tool to help you get your first wins. Check off what you complete each day and watch your confidence grow. You heard Ms. Gibbs talk about it. Small wins lead to big transformation. You are no longer allowed to just hope things get better. You are going to build it. It's time to move from being a victim of your habits to becoming the architect of your destiny. In the next chapter, we'll tackle one of the biggest roadblocks to building a routine, fear. We'll show you why the most, hang on, courageous act isn't the absence of fear, but the decision. Do it scared. Okay, guys, here we go again. Let's dig in, and we're doing good with time. That was chapter two. Man, even some of those points stuck out to me. Any comments?
Speechless, very speechless. Wow. I mean, Dr. G.W. Parker, what a book. I mean, it's small chapters, but it's not the size of the chapter, it's the ingredient the chapter provides.
Mm,
High level of wisdom. I think this should be a book that we should always, hand out to someone that we really enroll in our platform, Make Wealth Real, and really ask them, listen, how bad do you want it? Right. And maybe give them something like this as a gift, or at least the instruction to get a book. A simple book that is not complicated. Chapter one, chapter two are dynamic. There's books that people write that they're so big, 3, 4, 500 pages. And like I said again, it's not how many pages the book has, it's the content. And the highlights are just unbelievable. Wow. Build a strong routine. That's amazing. And these 4 bullet points that you talked about are just unbelievable. Own your morning. I don't know. I mean, I could talk, but I want to see everyone here, whoever wants to participate. And what is it that you're taking from this chapter? I've taken a lot.
Hey, Fernando, while we wait for someone else to chime in, but this whole point of building your morning, that was probably the strongest point for me as well, because it all starts there, right? It all starts there. That's the structure that you need. You need to plan that the night before and take control of your day before. Listen, because we live in a world where the minute you pick your phone up, you're bombarded with text messages. You're part of WhatsApp and all these other threads, man. They just keep coming, and don't even think about turning on the television to look at local news and all that kind of stuff. And then phone calls are coming in, so you have to control that space, and you have the ability to control that space. You can sketch out that time. You can turn the phone off and turn it on when you're ready to tackle the world versus, allowing someone else or something else to dictate that morning for you. But you've got to get off to a good start, and you've got to have the structure to do it. But
It,
creating, the right environment for yourself is a huge plus.
it
Yes.
definitely is. Manifa?
Yeah, sorry. We do like a planning hour on Sundays to plan out our week, right? And one thing Mr. Pondo always says is you make sure each day you get up, you pray, you read your word, and you write. God will download once you pray and listen. He will download to you your direction and be that light unto your pathway. And then once you scribe it out, it's like bound to happen. The word is written, and God's word is written, and if you follow the principles of it, it will pan out to be so this is good, Dr. Parker. I'm excited. I ain't going to stay broke forever.
I love it. But you said something. Even the Bible talks about writing it down, making it plain, right? You put that goal and on paper, or even even for me, the night before. I mean, if you clearly want to know what tomorrow's going to be like for me, I'm going to lay that out tonight. So when I get up tomorrow morning, God willing, I can hit the ground running and start achieving those things that I've set. So I make that plan. I write it down and I follow it, and I don't want to deviate from it. But if I miss something on that checklist on tomorrow, then I have the next day to go back to it or try to accomplish that before the day is out. And here's what I'm noticing. As I check these things off, I've just moved myself that much closer, Fernando. So, 10 calls need to be made today. I've got 5 done. I've got to figure this one out. What's my time frame to get that done before I close my eyes? Lynn Gibbs with us again. Go ahead, man.
So what I appreciate so far, Dr. Parker, is that what I'm realizing, even in chapter 2, is that is instructional. Not
Yes.
only are you providing an awareness, but it's a how-to after the fact, and that's
Wow.
most important. So
No
just want
question about it. You're absolutely right. And thank you for that. And the intent was to try to kind of create, a roadmap. A lot of time we can read and get excited and we're motivated, but the structure is lacking, right? How do we put this? How do we implement these things? And so as we dig a little further into the book, we're going to see that we've created sort of a roadmap. The ability to implement these things and create this structure and a routine for you to follow consistently until it becomes habit. And then when it becomes
Yes,
habit, game over, Fernando.
it sure is. And you know what, Dr. G.W. Parker, now that we're talking about this chapter 2, as Lynn alluded to, it's a routine. What you're building here is your routine, of course, and building a strong one creates a lot of mistakes made in the process, because you also talk about productive and busy. A lot of us can be really busy at times thinking that we're being productive, and busy work does not pay the money. It's the productive work that does. And if you're in sales and in business, if you're not reaching out to people, you're not in business, in the people's business. You're more in the
Wow.
being busy business that doesn't pay any money. And that's the most uncomfortable thing that we have to really engage in, which is making those calls, contacting people. But this goes back to having a strong reason why you're doing what you're doing, because
Right.
in most cases, what we fear is a rejection. Is not getting a phone answer on the other side, or someone that can talk to us, back the way we talk to them, like the conversation that you had with that person at the other time, where you said, hey, you know what? You said something that really lit up that person, that she even gave you her hand and say, hey, here, take it, right? Give you some of that energy. And these are the things that I don't think that you wake up excited. I think what you do is you turn the switch on. The minute that you get up, correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. G.W. Parker, you turn the switch on, and it's a discipline already
Yes.
in you.
Yeah.
But do you have aches? Maybe you have a knee ache, a headache, or something. But we choose not to feel that and let that deviate us from the purpose of getting excited. We turn the switch on every single day, and that's called discipline.
No question about it, Fernando. It's made all the difference in the world for me. A structure that was shown to me at an early age as a teenager, and I began to implement that and continue to work that as an adult, and it has paid off huge benefits. And here's the beauty of it, guys. For me personally. I'm just getting started, man. There's so much more that God has in store. There's so much more that can be done. There's so much more that will be done. So much more impact, pouring into people, making a difference, helping other people succeed. This is what it's all about. Ron Samuel, welcome, sir, and welcome to North Carolina, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Peace and love, family. Man, this was a great read, Dr. Parker. Thank you so much for sharing this read. First and foremost, the AM, I like to refer to it. I don't use the word morning myself. It just doesn't sit well with me. So when I'll say rise. So when I rise, the forecast is 100% chance of winning. God created, God created us with unlimited amount of abilities that once we tap in, we start to discover that everything starts with us. So
Yeah.
when I listen to this, it just reminds me to tune in or tap into myself. Um, you know, uh, owning the rise is an act of self-respect.
Mm,
Waking up with intention sends a powerful signal to yourself. My time matter, my future matter, and I'm in control. So and this identity shifts, this compounds over time. So I'm just thankful for the opportunity that God gives me every day when I rise, when I wake, because I know that if I'm breathing, I'm achieving, and
yes.
uh, and it's nothing about that I personally um, don't appreciate. So I wanted to say that this book, Get Excited and Stay Broke Forever, is right in alignment with my mindset, because the forecast every day is 100% chance of winning. And the forecast is your mindset. The forecast is a proclamation, declaration to the world that, look, I'm alive, I'm healthy, I feel great, and I don't have to say nothing. You see it on my shirt. You see it. So,
Yeah. Yes.
so great read. I'm recommitting myself to life, to my life that I deserve. This relocation to North Carolina is a my first step toward that. Ready to step outside. I've already stepped outside my comfort zone. I'm in a place that I'm totally not familiar with. I'm a city guy, live here in the country, right? So so I'm adapting and adjust like I do. And I'm just thankful for everyone that shared so far, because I'm taking notes. And appreciate you, Dr. Parker, and I appreciate everyone that's on the call as well.
No, hey brother, we appreciate you too, man, and we love you. And again, welcome to North Carolina. You're in good hands. You and I are going to connect in the next few days. But I'm excited that you're here, and yeah, we need you, and we're in this thing together, and we're going to finish what we started. But we're going to take good care of you here in North Carolina. You may never want to go back to the Maryland area again. Life is good on this side, my friend. But but guys, this is what it's all about, right? So suppose you could do this every morning. Just sit with a group of like-minded individuals or be on a platform with them, and we pour into each other and we talk about these kinds of things. And somebody today is going to be pushed to do something that they have been wanting to do, maybe, or a little reluctant or kept pushing off, right? So someone gets something out of this morning. Someone is inspired today. Someone is given hope. We pray at least that a difference has been made. I mean, and honestly, if I can do these things, you can do it. Anybody can do it. We all have it in us, right? But we've got to start. So, and even in putting the book together, Fernando, I remember there was some fear. There was reluctance. I wasn't sure. There was a timeline that we were trying to make. Was it complete? I mean, I went back and forth, and I was like, "Oh, this is no, that this is not going to work. This won't succeed. We need to add this, take this away." And finally, I said, "Listen, just do it. Just do it. Good or bad, just do it. You put forth the effort, right, to each start moving in that direction. And so if this one is not a bestseller, then the next one will be. But look at the experience that I gained from it and the whole process of, the writing, publication, all that was involved in getting all that done. So now I'm stronger at that even. And so we use those things to grow to the next level, in the next writing. But I want to encourage all of you that you have it in you. Ron is so Fernando, this young man, if ever I'm not where I need to be mentally, and I'll call him and I'll say, "Hey, what's the weather like today?" And what is it, Ron?
The forecast, 100% chance of winning.
The forecast,
Wow.
my friend, 100%
Today's
chance of winning.
forecast.
That's right.
That's amazing.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. But Fernando, go ahead, sir.
Wow. No, you can't be wrong with the circle of leaders like this. Ron Samuels is always on the dot. He's always prospecting, exposing his ideas every single day, tirelessly. And I just appreciate being here with this circle of champions, because I feel powerful. I'm pretty sure everyone else that is here today feels powerful. And you know that you won't be defeated. So anything that you have in front of you, you'll have better chances, as Ron alluded to winning, because you have already positioned yourself to be who you want to be, and nobody's going to tell you otherwise. And you're not going to let anyone rob your dreams. You're not going to let anyone make fun of you. And if they do, they're the wrong people to be around with, because people that respect you, they appreciate you for who you are, for what you bring to the table. And anybody that doesn't want to be close to you, hey, you know what? I want to be close to you. We're here surrounded with people that want to win. And Dr. G.W. Parker, if you allow me to share this video that inspired me when I went full time, because I kept hearing it every morning. It's a 5-minute video. And once you see it, you just said the word, do it. And you know who I'm talking about,
Oh,
right?
hey, bring that one on, baby. But listen, and we'll close with that one, Fernando. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll transition to the overview, then to our training. But what a way to close. So we end the chapter 2 today, and we'll pick it up next week, chapter 3, and move forward. But listen, what you're about to see, oh my God. Yeah, that inspired me even then. This was back in the 80s. And I still listen to it today. But go ahead, take it away, sir.
And that made me go full time. It took me a year and a half of trying to reinvent the wheel, trying to find shortcuts, until I said, I just got to do it. Just the way you said it when you wrote the book. I just got to do it. Quit thinking too much about it. All right, Dr. GW. And then right after that, we'll give everyone instructions, because, ladies and gentlemen, we'll do it now, as a matter of fact. We'll stay here for 30 minutes. We're going to have Dr. GW Parker present for us. So if there's 21 of us, we should be here 42 of us. I'm going to make my calls and my dials once we hear music, because we're going to stay here on Zoom. And yeah, so we got to do our dials. Let's expose people in front of this incredible leader. Take advantage of what we have in front of us, and make them proud. Right now I'm gonna go make my calls and do my things. But Dr. GW, I'm going to put this video here. It's popping up the screen. Let me know if you see it.
Yes, sir, buddy. That's it. Get ready, guys.
All right, and let me work on the volume here. Give me a quick minute. So I just want to make sure that we can hear it loud and stereo sound. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna get out of the way. And on the chat, if you could put fire emojis once you hear his voice, Art Williams. All right.
I believe desire and will to win is everything. I don't know why I'm like I am, but my butt's always burning. There's always something, say, Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to go for it. Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to be somebody. You're supposed to make a difference with your life. What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. You look at the outside and study those two individuals, everything seems to be the same. They both are the same sex, they both are the same age, they have the same training, the same positions, the same contract, the same fringe benefits. They both are successful, they work hard, they're good family people, make tough commitments. But what's the difference? What does the $500,000 a year person do the $50,000 a year person doesn't do? He pays the price and a little bit more. He works hard and a little bit more. He's loyal to the company and a little bit more. He believes in a little bit more. He makes money and a little bit more. He saves money and a little bit more. If you want to win in these United States, you got to be tough and you can't quit. The last thing I'll talk to you about today in building this winning edge is, folks, if you want to win in business, you got to be a leader. Leadership is everything. You show me anything in these United States that win, I'll show you a leader at work. You show me a successful church, Boy Scout troop, club, football team, business, I'll show you something run by a leader. See, I thought at one time in my life you had to be smart to win. I used to have these smart people that dress so pretty and talk so pretty and use these big words. They just intimidated me. And I said, Art, you can't ever be that good. Why don't you just throw in the towel and go back and coach football for a living? And I found two things out about smart people. I think it's almost impossible for a smart person to win in business in America today. Because I find smart people spend their whole lifetime figuring things out. They're always trying to figure out an easier way and a quicker way. And another thing I found out about smart people is they just don't get around to doing nothing. And see, somebody like Art Williams, everybody said, well, he can't do it. And somebody like that can't do it. But he does it. See, folks, I want you to know almost everybody in America almost does enough to win. They almost get there. They almost are over the hump. They almost have it going. They almost in everything they do, almost is a way of life to almost everybody in America. But the winners do it. What do? They do whatever it takes to get the job done. They do it and do it and do it and do it and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to be somebody they're proud of. We need leaders in America who can do it. If you want to become somebody, do it. If you want to go in business for yourself, do it. If you want to become financially independent, do it. I hear too much talk in these United States. Everybody can talk a good game. We need people in America who can do it. I go all over this country with A.L. Williams, and I have people say, Art, you can count on me. Wonderful. Just do it. Art, I guarantee you this is my last stop. I'm going to win now. Super duper. Just do it. Art, if I could just have one good month and get the ball going, I know I could make it big. Super. Just do it. Art, if I could just pay off this debt, I could really go. Great. Just do it. Art, if I could just sell my house. Do it. But houses ain't selling. Do it anyway. Art, I'm not making any money. What can I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it and do it and do it. Art, I guarantee I'm going to win this contest. Super duper. Just do it. Art, I'm over the hump now. Watch my smoke. Great. Just do it. Art, I want to make it so bad I can taste it. What I do? You just do it. Art, I'm a vice president now. Can I quit doing it? No. Art, I don't know if I can keep on keeping on. I'm really hurting. What I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it and do it and do it. Art, all my life I wanted to be somebody important. Well, what do it then? Art, I'm going to save money so I don't have to go through this again. Great. Just do it. Art, I don't feel like I've had enough training. What I do? You just do it. Art, my manager don't give me no help. What I do? You just do it. Art, you don't understand. I was Mr. Everything at my former company. You don't mean I have to start off down at the bottom and do it, do you? Yep, you really got to do it. Art, what's the primary difference between winners and losers? The winners do it. They do it and do it and do it and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to finally have achieved something unique. And how glad they are that they didn't quit like everybody else. And how wonderful it is to finally be somebody they're proud of and make a difference with their life. Thank you.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, just do it. What a video. Hey, listen, Dr. G.W. Parker, thank you so much for allowing us your space this morning for the introduction of your book, Get Excited or Stay Broke Forever. And I mean, we're just honored to be here, surrounded with great leaders, great minds. But we're going to play some music, ladies and gentlemen. Let me turn off the recording. This is actually